Good morning, everybody. It's May 19th, 2026. This is Susie Schulten with Midget Realty with another real estate video for you here on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We are currently visiting 25234 Laughing Gull Lane in Waves, North Carolina. This is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, about 1,120 square foot home. It is a double wide manufactured mobile home, but it is on a foundation, which would make it financeable. This house is listed for $299,000. Trisha Midget with Midget Realty is the listing agent. Some of the best features of this place: it has some flex space for additional guests and a new roof installed in 2026, and a short walk to the beach access, which we will go to when we're finished inside. So here we are outside Laughing Gull Lane. This street is mostly residential. We'll give a little spin around here. You have a single wide mobile home across the street that may or may not stay there forever. You've got a little bit of distance from the main road, Highway 12, which is nice. It's quiet. I can hear it, but it's not right, like one house in. The access to the beach appears to be right there next to the house, Cedar Shake, and the telephone pole. So we'll hit that again after we go and tour the inside of the house. It is a balmy 80 degrees today. Nice little breeze blowing. It can be so iffy here in May. All right, so it looks like, let's check out the outside here. It looks like it has some sort of composite board siding on it. It does have what looks to be a cinder block foundation. Those are flood vents. They've covered it over with some sort of stucco-y type material. This is the back side of the house, and you can get around here to HVAC, nice and high, and it looks to be a newer model. Let's see if I can read the date. 2023. So that's a newer one. Nice big deck space out here. Lots of little trees. The outdoor shower space, which is nice. Nope. Need to latch. I'm assuming the boat would leave. Lots of parking. There's my car, and you've got at least parking for several other people. Lots of nice decking, covered and sun deck. This is great for when you're coming in with groceries. Let's see. Something is blooming. It smells fantastic. Looks like I've got a grill out here. The deck's a little slopey in spots, but there's even stairs down here to a small backyard. Looks like they tried to make some sort of a little fire pit. You could clear out a lot of this. It looks like there might be a tree in here, but otherwise a lot of this is just weeds and vines, and that can all be cleared out to make more space. I would assume that the property line definitely goes back a little bit further. You can kind of tell in the neighbor's yard over here where it's cleared farther back. Things seem to be in decent condition. Now this back here looks like this is wood on the back side of the house, for sure. And the deck is definitely sloping away from the property. Septic is over here in the side yard. And then there's this little shed. It is locked, so just some extra storage space. And again, more vines. All that could, be cleared out. You can see the property line goes over somewhat, I would imagine. A survey for sure would tell us. Okay, this is wood siding as well under here. All right, so let's go on into the main living area. And you have carpet on the floor. It's a low nap Berber type carpet. It's in really good shape. The house does come furnished. There's a fireplace in the corner. I don't know if that works. And I could not get the light here in the center here to turn on, so it would be brighter in here if I could get that light to turn on. I couldn't find a switch, and I didn't want to keep pulling things. All right, so you've got a little dining area up here to the front, and then kitchen. They put some bar stools here to make a little eat-in bar type area. The cabinets look like they're original to the property. And the flooring in here is sheet vinyl. So they've just painted the cabinets up. They put a little barn wood there behind the door, but it's cute. It's serviceable. There's kind of the vinyl, I'm not sure if you can see it, is bubbling right here in the middle of the floor. I can kind of see it squish. What is going on there? I don't know. Could be improperly laid vinyl. You do have some deterioration in the cabinets down there at the bottom. I mean, they're just standard mobile home cabinets. Give you an idea of the space. Refrigerator. This is the door that we saw to go out to the outdoor shower. Go that way. Let's take a look at this little bonus space out here. The ceilings have some sort of acoustical boarding on them. It's not like individual tiles. It's more like a sheet of acoustical boarding. Out here, they have turned what was probably a screened-in porch area into the additional sleeping space. That's what they were talking about. You have a cut loop Berber carpet in there. You also have sheet vinyl because they have the washer dryer out here. And that would be the entrance that we saw on the back of the house with the steps down to the yard. But you have a washer dryer and a slop sink, which is very nice. Most of our houses don't have that. I don't see that this room... Oh yeah, it does have a vent. Okay, so they've made this a heated and cooled additional space with a door. That door we saw on the front porch that was close to the grill, but it looks like it says, please do not use this entrance. So they're not wanting people to go in and out that way. All looks cared for, well cared for. There's a wasp. The windows all look to be in good shape in here. They don't look like original windows. All right, so the ceiling gets a little low right here. I am 5'5", and I can reach up and touch this. So if you were a super tall person, it might be a problem. So the carpet continues on down the hallway in pretty decent shape. To the right here, we have the first bathroom. This is a 1.5 bath. So this bathroom with the shower is shared. The shower is shared by all 3 bedrooms, but the commode and sink, you have an additional option. Again, you also have the outdoor shower, so that does help. It's, you got a little bit of damage here on the corner of the sink. That's easy. Sinks, those kind of things. And interestingly enough, the drain for the shower is in the middle of the shower and not at the end, which is what we normally see. But I don't see water stains anywhere. Again, ceiling is low. I'm touching this. So if you're super tall, not a great option for you. All right, then we have the primary suite down here. This changes into a textured Berber carpet. Boy, the things we learn in real estate. Same low ceilings in here, decent window. This is on the street side of the house. This looks to be a queen size bed. You could potentially fit a bigger bed in here, but don't know that you need to. And this is the half bath. So you do have an extra commode, sheet vinyl on the floor, and then a mirror and sink. So you're still sharing that shower, but you're not having to share the commode. Here's the breaker panel. Let's take a look at that. Here are all of the certificates that this place received when it was delivered and the breaker panel. This is what proves the mobile home. Little creak of the floor. Furnace and air conditioning closet in there. Private supplies. They must let friends and family use this place. All right, so second bedroom. Again, the textured Berber carpet. It's not a huge room, but it does have a closet. This is paneling on the walls. And there was at some point, I'm not sure what this is. Looks like some dirt or dust. Good thing to have checked out. And a little bit of water damaged paneling under the window. I mean, I don't see anything actively wet at the moment, and something like that can happen during a storm, and they just didn't replace the paneling. That would be the answer there, would be to replace that. Again, that bedroom is on the street side, and then this bedroom is looking out to the front porch and the driveway. Carpet's in decent shape. You have some runs and skips, and that's not unusual with Berber. Carpet gets stuck in the vacuum cleaner and it just spools it. They do not have the air conditioning on in here right now. It's a little warm. This looks like it could be a frame for a queen size bed, but they might have a double in here. There's a lot of furniture in this room, and it works for the size of the room that it is. Okay. That's pretty much the inside. Again, all the paneling's in good shape except for that one spot there. Can't really see behind the window here, but that's covered. And then you have the vaulted ceiling out here. Let's see what the walk to the beach looks like. The neighbor's shed. It's very quiet. All right, here we go. Start the timer. Neighbors here. Looks like they might be on a double lot. There is a new construction going in at the end of the street. It's very small, like a tiny house. More neighbors. None of these houses have rental signs on them, so I would imagine they're mostly second homes and year-round residents. This one down here at the corner is boarded up. Hurricane shutters are down, not boarded up as in a bad way. Looks like a little house stuck back there in the woods. Not woods, it's a tree. A couple little entrances to it. Very small little street community. All right, I'm guessing this is the path to the beach. It looks like a well-worn pathway. Nothing that marks it as the path to the beach. The street dead ends and not into the ocean. It dead ends basically into the subdivision behind. So I'm guessing these people are okay with everyone walking through their neighborhood, through their yard. All right. Looks like this might get a little wet at some points, but it's dry right now. It's nice and shady. Don't know where that path goes. Which way? Looks like you'll get to meet the neighbors here if you use this pathway. Okay, there's some rocks. Look at that. We are through. And out onto Colony. This is Colony Drive. And it looks like we just walk straight ahead and we'll be at the beach. Well, we've just been set 3 minutes. And you know, we're halfway here, so we might as well just keep going. That is the one thing about the Colony Drive and Salvo area. You have a nice big double dune system. Flooding in this area typically comes from the sound side. I think we've talked about that in other videos. But it doesn't really have anything to stop it until it hits these dunes. Oh, yeah, a little garden here. Gnomes and angels. All right, now we're crossing into Park Service property. I hear the ocean. It's not even that big today. You would definitely want shoes, not flip-flops necessarily, to get over this dune, because in the summertime this is going to be hot in the middle of the day. Up to the top of the first dune. Yep, walk across the wide double dune. And there she is. Looks like quite... Yeah, not going down. Look at that drop. But what a beautiful beach. There's the pier down there for Rodanthe. Wide beach. It does look like people have been up and down this side. Not quite so steep. There's always also the option of driving out to a ramp and driving out, or parking and walking out. But what a view. Okay, that is it for that cute little mobile home at 25234 Laughing Gull Lane in Waves. If you'd like more information, please just contact me or your favorite real estate agent. And if you have any questions, I'm also happy to answer those. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to receive more videos like this. And I will see you at the beach on another day. Thank you very much.